Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. We are going to dive right into your reading today. This is a reading we're going to look at Mercury retrograde and the effect that it may be having on your relationship, what we can expect because of Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who regularly view my videos, who like, share, comment. I really do deeply appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for all the ways that you support me and this channel. And to those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. Very happy to have you. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Jeez. All right, what a combination of cards you guys are getting. All right, Pisces, I'm getting a lot of different messages here. For one thing, I'm getting there's like two main situations happening in your life. One is where there are like some fake friends who do some fake stuff. I feel like they're getting jealous because of a pretty heated new relationship that's come into your life. It may have nothing to do with this, but I do sort of feel like as one intensifies, the other intensifies a little bit. Something is, I feel like ultimately what this is about is something is really being revealed, or something's being cleaned up by kind of coming to the light. With this promiscuous card, for the most part, what I'm getting is there is like a hot kind of relationship coming in or here, Pisces, with intense chemistry and also physical intimacy. Oh my gosh, as I say that, the squirrel comes to drive my dog crazy. Bubby, it's okay. It's a squirrel. Come on. Where's your ducky? Where's Ducky? Go get Ducky. I just get there's like an intense chemistry in a relationship. I feel like it's not that it's private, like I want to keep this hidden, but I feel that it's private. I want to let this, develop in its own time, in its own space. It almost feels like a bit of protection rather than something secretive. There's something here though where I think there are people around you who may have sort of always been jealous of you. It could be because of the way you dress, could be because of your attractiveness, or just the way other people are attracted to you. I feel like these are people that would, sort of like to have the attention of whoever is giving you attention here, Pisces, even, or possibly be the one getting your attention. A very specific scenario is coming up, and I'm getting like this is many, many, many different stories here. But this very specific, it's almost like if you have a friend of the opposite sex, or you have a friend of the gender that you're interested in romantically, whatever that is, who actually kind of likes you and hasn't revealed it. It's like almost becoming obvious. And this fake friendship, how it's showing up to me is like this person wanted something from you and was becoming friends with you, or was friends with you because they wanted something from you. Like they had some they had some, I guess you could say, ulterior motive. But it's like coming out. It's like you might have felt super close to this person at one point, or you might have been even best friends with them, or even confided in them. And it's like, I feel like they're trying to smooth things over with you, but they're still wearing this mask. They're still not acknowledging. It's not like they're saying, I wanted to be with you, and then you got with this person, and then I got jealous, and then I behaved the way that I behaved. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be that specific, but that specific storyline is really coming out. They may be trying to act like nothing happened. Or like, just like showing up and being cool with you again and not really acknowledging something. Okay, Pisces, you're coming into this space of resonance and frequency and vibration where I think you're elevating, and some things cannot go with you where you're going, and other things will kind of intensify or experience moments of growth. And I feel like this is something to sort of be aware of. If something falls away, or if a friendship feels like it's falling apart, or it feels like someone has changed, or where someone who you felt like had your best interests at heart suddenly is kind of I guess I'm feeling a passive aggressive sort of energy. And basically, it's like Spirit, I feel like, wants me to generalize it to this point. If there is something in your life that you're happy about, and that you're investing in, and that you're building, and that you're putting your energy toward, and there is anything around it that isn't, for lack of a better term, on board with it, pay attention to that. Why is that? Because it's like, it's almost as if something has been normalized. For some of you, I even feel the energy of people close to you that are trying to sow the seeds of doubt or fear in your mind about something, and it's related to you discovering your own limitlessness, or you discovering something that really makes you deeply happy. I feel like you have a burgeoning relationship, and it's kind of like, you know exactly what it is. It's like there's no illusions here. And it's giving me, like, with these cards, it's making me feel like you yourself, you have a deep inner knowing. You're not doubting it. You're not wondering about it. Like, you know that what you're saying or what you're doing or whatever is true. But it's like, it says, stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom, navigate life's journey authentically. don't let other people or other people's interpretation of you or impression of who you are and what you need or what you want in life. Don't let any of these things, it's like, hold on to the truth and don't let illusion, no matter what the source is, creep in, because you may be surprised. Like, someone may not be who they seem to be, or someone's intentions may not be as pure as they once were. I feel jealousy. I feel someone is jealous. I can't tell if it's because they like you and you're getting in a relationship with someone else, or if it's because they like that person, or if it's because they're just, there's this saying that pretty girls, who talks badly about them and who hates on them, the girls that can't be them and the guys that can't have them. And it's really unfortunate that there's a lot of truth in that saying. And it's not just pretty girls, right? You can substitute pretty girls for a lot of things, right? Handsome guys, alpha guys, sigma females, sigma men. We are walking around the planet with a lot of people who are very wounded. And instead of just doing the work and healing themselves, they look outside themselves for something to fill the void inside themselves. And sometimes that comes out in like self-loathing of being jealous of someone else and trying to feel better about themselves than that person, and trying to, dethrone or destabilize that person to make themselves feel better. This relationship is building. It's getting an opportunity to kind of improve in a protected environment, it feels like. It says growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. We're taking things slow. We're taking them organically. You guys keep getting the Temperance card. On this fake apology with this mask and these flowers, something appears one way, but it's not. You have shield of resistance. Employ your shield of resilience, shield of resilience. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't have my glasses on. Employ your shield of resilience, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength in love and career. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I'm getting. It's like you may have people here who are trying to influence you, or who are trying to, part of me feels like distract or create some kind of distraction. Or use their influence as your friend to disrupt the flow of abundance that is coming or is in here. And so it's saying guard yourself against this. Guard yourself against external pressures while nurturing internal strength in love and career. Then on the bottom of the deck, you have Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering the interconnected harmony among all beings. If you have a burgeoning new relationship, Pisces, I feel like it's saying keep it quiet. Let it grow. Don't let other people influence you. Don't let other people and their opinions. It's like the way that whole opinion thing came across is like what someone else thinks that you should want or should have or deserve. Like no one else gets to decide those things for you. Unless you let them. And I think in that case, Spirit is saying don't let them. I feel like something really kind of like meant to be is happening right now for you, Pisces. And I feel like there's just this energy of be mindful, protect it, you know. Wow. This is an intense sexual connection. I'm just going to say it. There's a relationship or there's something that's always on your mind. You're always on the other person's mind. And it's not just I'm thinking about you. It's a I'm longing for you. When you're not together, you want to be together. And I am strongly getting an intense, you know, physical attraction or chemistry. It's like that kind of want to be with you. Okay. With this energy, you know, when we have something that is growing and it needs us to nurture it and to protect it and to kind of just give it space to let it find its own way, and we don't kind of do that. We just sort of like leave it open to the elements. We don't protect it. We don't, you know, we just kind of allow other influences to come into the situation. It becomes like there are too many parts of this puzzle. There are too many, like, there are too many variables. It doesn't feel safe. And when you're trying to create an environment where it's safe to be vulnerable, where it's safe to be, you know, really authentic and vulnerable and honest and, you know, take a leap of faith or take a risk, and you're not, and you're kind of exposing it to the opinions of other people, the sway of other people, you know, letting other people know about it. You know, then other people can't help themselves. They're going to give you their opinion. They're going to tell you what they think. They're going to tell you, you know, what they feel is appropriate for the connection and you and your role. And they're going to say, well, are you sure you should have done that? Or are you sure you can trust this person? Or, you know, what it does is it just plants these seeds of fear and doubt in your head. And I feel like that becomes overwhelming, or can quickly become overwhelming. And it sort of takes some of the joy or the purity or the innocence out of, you know, just being able to experience it. So it may even be like cautioning you, don't put it on social media, maybe. Don't, just be really mindful and careful of who you open this thing up to, whatever this is. Also, sometimes when there is such an intense physical attraction and chemistry, sometimes those instincts can be very hard to, I want to say ignore, but it's not even ignore, it's like work around. And so when we're not careful and we develop a strong physical, relationship really quickly, it can burn out really quickly. That's like fire energy, and it will just burn through whatever it has, unless there is some kind of like kindling or something to slow it down, which is our emotional connection, which when we're hyper focused, or when it's really hard because the chemistry is so strong to like think about anything other than this, like sometimes it's hard to then kind of learn how to communicate, vulnerably. Like, I'm just getting here a very strong sense of balancing, and maybe it's like, yeah, we can't help it, we just want to be together, and okay, fine, but then it's like also find time to like do the other as well. Like, I'm getting almost like a very disciplined approach to a relationship where you're consciously protecting it from outside influences, and you're being mindfully aware of those influences who are not super supportive of the relationship, or who are putting fear and doubt in your mind about it. And I'm getting, work to balance the energies and the connection, and make sure we're treating this holistically, like body, mind, and spirit, rather than just letting that really super primal desire piece sort of like take the reins of the ship. What a strange reading we're having today. Mercury retrograde, holy crap, in Sagittarius feels extremely sexual. I'm just gonna say it. That is what I'm feeling. And it's very intense, and it's like creating this environment where there's just, it's like hard to block that out, to like really focus on something beyond that. So I don't know, take it as it resonates, you guys. Like, I don't normally like I'll pick up on this energy and I'll just sort of like say it and dismiss it, and I'm allowed to do that and move on. But here it's like, no, we're going to keep talking about it. So we'll see what comes out in the tarot. But that's what I have to offer you about that right now. So when it comes to looking at these outside influences in your life right here, these friends, you do have some friends. I do definitely feel like there are some people, but this is about separating those people who have their own hidden agendas, their own ulterior motives, their own, issues. This is one of those moments where it becomes really obvious, like there's a line, and it's like some people are up here, like they're still healthy and they're good friends, and some people are down here, and they're the people that, whether overtly or covertly, are trying to sow the seeds of fear and doubt. And it's like, you have this broken energy, and it says, I feel shattered about this situation. It's kind of like, I feel like there is just this energy of like, just the disappointment. And when your parents would say like, I'm disappointed in you, that was so much worse than I'm mad at you. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel, Pisces. It's like you're looking at people and you're like, you're seeing some true color, and you're like, oh man, I'm so disappointed that that's the truth here. Like, what a bummer. But you're not forcing, you're not clinging, you're not like, oh no, I have to explain myself, or I need to make this work, or, you're just kind of like, man, our values are very different, and, I need someone that's going to be a friend to me the same way I'm going to be a friend to them. I'm going to be happy for you. I'm going to be supportive of you. I'm going to let you make your own decisions. I'm going to ask you questions so that you self-reflect, because that's the best kind of advice you can get, is that from your higher self. I'm not going to tell you what I think you should do, or act like I know what's best for you, or plant the seeds, you know, the seeds of doubt and fear in your mind. I'm just going to be here to say, okay, you know, as long as you're happy, I'm happy, you know? And that's what you're looking for in a friendship. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a delivery. Oh my gosh. Foxy. My baby. I think that's for him too. I think it's Chewy. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's dive into the tarot here. These cards just need to be loosened up a little bit. Hang on, you guys. I just need to shuffle them a little. I love this deck. I can't remember what it's called, but okay. For Pisces, please, Spirit, what do you have for Pisces? See, again, you know, Knight of Cups, Five of Coins, the Chariot. Wow, see? I feel like you have someone coming towards you in love, you know, for some kind of relationship here, some kind of, you know, sometimes like even, you know, our best, like, I mean, I've definitely had it happen to me multiple times where, you know, I've had friends that have had miserable relationships and they, you know, have tried to project their relationship issues onto me, and I'm like, whoa, dude, I do not have that problem. Like, that is not me. But, you know, again, it's like, here's the thing. I feel you have someone coming towards you in love. And I feel like there are people who are unhappy about potentially like even losing you to the relationship, or even losing their important place in your life, or it's a scarcity mindset that is causing someone to behave this way. And I feel like you're going to take some losses here. I just feel like it's something to where it's like you're deciding to protect something. You are in a space in your life where you're ready to move towards success and victory, and you cannot worry about other people's feelings. Like, it has to be their job. It has to be their responsibility. And it's something I feel like you've had to really learn. You may have in the past been like, oh man, I really don't want that person to feel that way. Let me see what I can do about that. It's a distraction. It's calling you away from your own path and the thing that you're here to do and what is here for you. You see what I'm saying? And so there's this energy with the Knight of Cups coming towards you. Basically, they're coming towards you to pick you up. And then here you have the Chariot, which this is something that's very meant to be. It's coming into your life at this reason. It's moving towards success and victory. It's just there are losses that are coming with it. There are people that they're not high vibrational enough to go with you. And I guess Spirit just wants you to know that that's why this is happening. Hidden motives. You know, it's yeah, look at that. The Chariot and the Six of Wands. This is a time for you to get your happiness here, Pisces. Like, without a doubt, you got the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Cups. This is something that is going to make you really happy. It's something that is your wish fulfillment. It's something that's going to make you feel abundant. It's also, I'm getting, going to make you feel like you have even more to like offer the world, or offer. It feels like this relationship it is literally coming into your life for success and victory for you. I feel like personally and in this relationship. You know, you have the Chariot with the Six of Wands, and both of those cards are symbolic of, you know, success and victory after a long battle, you know, being able to really navigate successfully a space and come out the other side and even have like recognition for it. And so, but with the Chariot, it's like you are equally yoked to another person. And with the Six of Wands, this can be engagement. It can be something serious coming in here, where somebody is saying, you know what, I want to recognize you as the one that has my heart, or as the one that's won me, you know? But with the moon and the five of pentacles, there's just this energy of, you know, someone dealing in a scarcity mentality, someone dealing in a space of fear or lack. For some of you, this could be an ex who's like, yeah, I just want to be friends, or, you know, I just want to be in your life, however, whatever, but they really have like deep feelings, and they're getting really hurt by all this, and they're feeling this loss all over again, but it's their own scarcity mindset that keeps drawing this experience into their life. Like, you can't be responsible for that. You can't ease that burden for them. And I think you know that because you were in a relationship with them and you couldn't ease the burden when you were giving them everything you had. And you can't do that now because you got another place to give everything you have to. So there's just this energy of just, it's like, I think like some things are not meant to go with you where you're going, and it's okay to let them go. And it's okay to sort of, with the moon card, not need all the answers, or not need all the clarification, or not feel like you have to tend to someone else's bottomless pit of emotional need. Yeah, it's like, just, I feel this energy of like really trusting the universe that where it's taking you, you know, it is for your highest and best. And if someone can't come with you, you don't sacrifice your highest and best to like include them, you know? We did just have the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Because you're getting the moon twice now. So you have the moon and you have the Queen of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Swords. And this is sort of giving me, you know, Pisces, with the Queen of Swords, this is someone who has enough experience in life to be discerning, to sort of like trust their deep inner knowing, to just know what's in alignment with them, and anything that's not, to freely let it fall away, or to cut it away even. And with the moon card, it's like, I just keep getting this, I don't need to know all the ins and outs. I don't need to know all the details. I know that when I have a conversation with you, I walk away feeling bad about something that I was so excited to call you and tell you about in the first place. And I don't think that that's the way that it's supposed to be. And, you know, I also am getting the sense that, like, me talking to you is not in alignment with where I'm going, or the vision or the space that I hold for myself. And therefore, you know, I don't really need to necessarily know all the ins and outs of the why of that. I just need to let this go. With the Ace of Swords, it's like, I do think clarity comes at some point. It's, you know, it's kind of something where it's like, you let it fall away, and then it's like it becomes obvious to you, or in the end it becomes very clear, or this can even be insight or something that someone else is telling you that brings clarity to you, like, oh yeah, no, you know, that person told me that they, you know, hoped you would actually get back together with them, or, you know what I mean, like they had some ulterior motive, and it's revealed. Wow, okay. Yeah, there's so much clarity here for you, Pisces. Yeah, that you're like, even if this was an issue that kind of rattled your world for a second, where it made you feel weird or bad or something, to feel this way about someone that you once felt very close to or whatever. With the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the other deck, you're getting so much clarity about the situation that you're able to move very quickly to a place of peace about it. This isn't even like something that you're going to get stuck caught up in for a while. I truly feel that this is something where it's like, protect what's important, stay focused on what's important in your life. And if it's this growing love relationship, then prioritize it above all else. And if anyone, you know, tries to put a chink in the armor, you know, of protection that you put around this thing, by whatever it is, that the advice they're giving, their opinions, their whatever they're saying, you know, observe it, take the action that's necessary in your opinion, in your mind. Ask yourself, you know, is this in resonation with what I am aligning myself to, as far as what I feel my highest and best is? And if it's not in alignment with that, then like it's got to go. It's got to go somewhere else because we got to protect this space. Luckily, and I say luckily because it just feels like you have an extreme amount of clarity here with the Ace of Swords and the Sun and the Six of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Like all of these cards have an element of clarity to them. And so it's like, it's becoming very clear. If it's not clear right away, it will become clear. And it's kind of like, listen to your intuition. The Queen of Swords, you know, knowing what is in alignment with you and what isn't is a very intuitive process. You know, I'm a Queen of Swords, I'm a Libra, you know, and I love the Queen of Swords. She can be a bit harsh, she can have her issues, right? But like, she's a straight shooter. She knows who she is, she knows where she's going, what her truth is, what she is aligning with in her life, and she knows what's in resonance with that and what isn't. And she has clarity and she trusts that clarity. And she, you know, if left to her own devices, she doesn't get cloudy in the mind. She doesn't get foggy in the brain. She's not weighing all these things. She just knows her truth and what is in alignment with it. And it's pretty point blank, period, and simple. And so it's kind of like that for you right now. It's like, you know, keeping your eyes fixed on that clarity, on that point of this is what I want above all else, or this is where I want my focus to go, because this is something that, you know, brings me a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and makes me feel very, you know, successful and kind of on top of the world. And it does seem like it is this relationship. And you have the Four of Swords with the Two of Cups with this Moon card. And so it may even be where some of the people around you don't necessarily know about this relationship or know all the facts, or maybe, you know, they're seeing you with someone, but they're, you know, they're like, well, but they're not talking to me about it. So that could even cause some kind of jealousy or some kind of paranoia or some kind of whatever that's not healthy. Like, let people's responses to things be informative to you. Because I feel like there is just this element of keeping it secret, keeping it private, keeping it, you know, with the Four of Swords, this is like quietness. This is like, you know, I'm not letting other people's opinions come in here and influence me. I'm keeping my judgment about the situation to myself, my feelings about the situation, my thoughts about the situation to myself. And with the Moon card, that is secret. That is like, we're not revealing things. And with the Two of Cups, this is about a definite soul connection here. Mercury retrograde could be bringing someone from your past back around, or could be bringing some past, I want to say lessons learned, or because I keep getting this energy of like, in the past you may have prioritized other people's feelings, or trying to make everyone comfortable with what's happening, or, you know, trying to be empathetic or compassionate in too many places, or to people who wouldn't give you the same in return. Kind of energy. That's what I feel like we're talking about here. That's what I feel like is coming back up during Mercury retrograde, of like, and it's kind of telling me, don't worry about other people's happiness or comfort level about what you're doing or the choices you're making. Feel confident enough, and it's not even like feel confident enough, it's like trust the clarity that you feel enough to guide you, you know, and to like create a space of like trust within yourself with yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean? Like, because it feels like there's a lot of clarity here about like, yeah, this is what I want. This is what I've been looking for. This is like what I've been hoping for even. And like, when I trust my own clarity, when I open it up to other people, that the clarity gets affected. You know, we're seeing it here with the Seven of Cups. This is where like fear and illusion can creep in. And this is like with the Seven of Cups, it's like coming from a lot of different places. Okay, and so, you know, it's we are enough for ourselves to deal with. Do you see what I'm saying? With the Seven of Cups, this is a Piscean energy where it's like normally and naturally you sort of have a tendency to sort of let things kind of possibly to see things in a lot of different ways, or to kind of even come up with a lot of different scenarios of how it could go. It's like a fantasy-like energy. Like, we can sometimes think, oh, it's all going to be hunky-dory, and it's like, this is the best possible outcome, and this is what I'm going to get, and, you know, I have my, you know, I'm so focused on that I'm missing the red flags. Or it can be to where, you know, you have a lot of people around you who are influencing you, who are telling you, well, they should have taken you on a nice date by now. They should have asked you to be their girlfriend or boyfriend by now. They should have, you know, and then it's like, oh man, should they have? Let me analyze that. Okay, now I've added that to my things that I need to worry about. And it's like, you can come up with plenty of those on your own. You don't need other people's influences telling you those things, you know what I mean? So, you know, with the Empress here, it's kind of like saying, you know, the Empress is not consulting anyone about what she should manifest, or what abundance looks like, or how it should all go down. Like, the Empress is vibing. The Empress is doing the Empress's thing, and is just automatically creating this very rich and abundant world for herself, because she's in tune with herself. She's, you know, actively, you know, manifesting, visualizing, attracting, you know, being and doing everything that's in alignment with her, you know, and being that frequency. And so she doesn't have to worry about the Seven of Cups, because it's irrelevant. You know, everything is just, it's coming naturally to her, and she's kind of a closed circuit. I don't know if you guys remember that from like 8th grade science, when you took the battery and the wire and the light bulb and you like made the light bulb go on. But that's like a closed circuit, you know? And then it's like, you can add like a switch, and then it's not like a closed circuit or whatever. I don't even know if that's right, but man, is that coming through. I mean, even my science classroom and my teacher. But anyway, you guys, it's like, when we keep that closed circuit, that's the most efficient way to make the light bulb go on. I mean, it goes on instantly, you move the wire and boom, you know? And so that is the most efficient, and that's the clearest path, and that's the smartest way, it feels like, right here, right now. But when we kind of start adding, you know, external things to something, it can bring all of these, I don't know, what's coming up as potential pitfalls, or potential like distractions, or places to put our energy that aren't effective or helping or helpful, or, you know, they're not conducive to where our true direction lies. So it's like, trust the clarity that you have. Know that you don't need any kind of outside influence guiding or steering or influencing you. You are enough. You have all the answers. No one knows more about your life than you do. And so no one can give you better advice than you can give yourself. And if you need some, consult your higher self, consult your intuition rather than people around you. Because right now, Pisces, this phase of your life is all about you getting your dreams, getting your wish fulfillment. We saw that 9 of Cups. Now you have the Star card. You know, this is a fated moment in time, and it's all really happening for you. So it's important to keep that in mind, and it's important to, I feel like, kind of make the most of it. Oh, there are definitely going to be some people that feel really left out, or really they feel neglected, or they feel like they once were more important to you than they are now, or they feel like, even this can be like, especially like if you have someone that you consult on a regular basis, or like a best friend that you like tell everything to, or it's, you know, there's not been a lot of holding back, and now suddenly you're holding back. And I keep getting, there's like a little bit of like, possibly someone knows about this relationship. Like you let them in, but then you have been really quiet about it, because it's like you feel very protective of the space. And You know, I don't know. There's just something here, and it's like someone's feeling like you don't need them anymore, that you don't need what they have to offer anymore. It could be a water sign, even with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups. But it's kind of, you know, when you add 4 and 7, you get 11 also, which is a master number. But these are things about, you know, you being in the right place, you being on the right track. And so there's just this energy of like, yeah, there's just sometimes sometimes that's not the role, you know. But like, if this person were to stand quietly beside you and, you know, still be your friend, but allow the role to change or shift or whatever, it would be okay. But like, people react to what they perceive as quote unquote rejection. This person isn't like saying, gosh, good for Pisces, they're really taken off in life. This person is like, I feel rejected. I'm going to use my position in Pisces life to like sow fear and doubt in her mind so that, you know, she or he gets imbalanced or unsettled. You know, 11 is also an imbalanced number. With that Empress being clarified with the Eight of Wands, I mean, this is like, you know, what I was saying is like, pick your point, and go for it. You know, this is about you getting your dreams. This is about you moving towards success and victory without obstacle. And it feels like, with the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it's just deeply staying in alignment with what is in alignment with that point you have picked. And anything that's over here doing this or feeling this way, it's like that is something that person has to work through on their own. I just keep getting that. It's like, you know, you may have been a really kind and generous friend, and you may have really been there for other people, and you may have really been very like helpful to people in their times of need. And now this person, it's almost like I'm even seeing a relationship cycle where somebody, you know, even it's like this is their calling card for you. It's like, well, when I get like this, Pisces always prioritizes me. And it's like, no, Pisces is focused on this point on the horizon. Pisces can't focus on you when Pisces is focused on this. You know, Pisces looks over and sees that you're in this energy and goes, not again. Well, I'm too focused over here to like get to this situation. I've done it many times, and this may be the time where this person has to learn how to do it for themselves. So it's almost like it's a time for someone to gain their independence, or to see what they're made of, or to potentially even be able to rise up out of their, you know, kind of like normal way of doing something, where you have sort of been making up the difference for this person for some time. You don't have time, you don't have that to give anymore, because where you're going is requiring too much from you. Yeah, the Star on the bottom of the deck. Now you've got the Nine of Cups again. You have the Ace of Cups here and the Six of Coins. This is like, Pisces, your point of focus, I feel like, is a relationship that feels kind of way more equally balanced than those you have experienced in the past. I mean, even with this friendship, there was this reciprocity card that came out that was kind of like even your own recognition that this person really hasn't probably ever given back to you everything that you've given to them, or, you know what I mean? Or maybe even like can't. And there is some new love relationship, I feel like, that's happening here for you, where somebody is really able to give to you, you know, what you're able to give to them. And this is some kind of big opportunity given to you by the universe. And it does feel like your wish fulfillment. And this, with the waterfall in this picture and the waterfall in this picture, there is this energy of, you know, it's kind of like a rush of emotion, or it's like, it's something that intensifies, possibly even pretty quickly. Yeah, it's something that you're really focused on building. It's something that, you know, it's like you're really, oh my gosh, really putting your energy into it. And I feel like this other person is too, because we have this reciprocity. And then, you know, man, the Six of Coins is being clarified by the Ten of Cups. This is like what is possible. I can have emotional contentment with you when I'm not resenting you because I'm doing all the work. I can have emotional contentment with you because you're giving to me everything that I'm giving to you, and that is a fulfilling and satisfying feeling. Is that we are both two equally yoked people who are able to come to this thing and are able to invest in this thing and are willing to work for this thing and willing to build this thing and willing to stay focused on this thing. And, you know, we're both equally taking this giant leap of faith. For this, I feel like it's a soulmate connection, and you even feel the sense of protection here in this particular Six of Cups card. You know, it's like you and I are creating this own world, and it's based on reciprocity. It's based on equal effort. It's based on us both, you know, completely leaving behind the things that would, you know, negatively impact this space of our connection that we are trying to protect right here. We're both leaving those things behind that would, you know, hurt this or damage this in order for this to be the thing that thrives in our life. This is what we're picking. This is that point on the horizon. And yeah, I'm not going to let other people influence it or affect it or, you know, bring it down. The Fool card is that zero card, and it's like, it feels like you and me, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're figuring this out. We're establishing this. We're grounding and centering this. We're tending to this and making this our priority. Nothing else matters but this. All right. Let me get you guys some message cards for today. If you're dealing with a water sign, it's you. It's always been you. I randomly smell your scent and it brings back loving memories. I miss you. A love like ours happens once in a lifetime. If you're dealing with a fire sign, whoa. You are my eternal love. You make me feel like the luckiest person in the world. You make all of my dreams come true. I see something that reminds me of you everywhere I go. You are much more beautiful than you know. Fire sign really wants to say something here. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you make me feel things I've never felt before. I wasn't ready to face the truth. I want to marry you one day, and that smile of yours drives me crazy. All right, if you're dealing with an air sign, my heart beats so fast when I see you. I'll never finish falling in love with you. You are my angel, and you are as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. All right, guys, this is what I have for you today. I hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I really do appreciate your support. And gosh, guys, until next time, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.